So in a landscape of headsets that keep getting better and better, how does the $400 Mobius from Audeze stack up in 2021? We're gonna find out in today's video. Typically, anything in this price range is always considered premium, but does it check all of the boxes? Is it comfortable? Is the sound itself premium? What features does it offer for that premium? And is it something you can depend on no matter what you're using them for? Just for clarification, Audeze did send me this headset for free. Obviously, for those of you that have been here know that it doesn't matter. We're gonna tear this headset apart together to see if it's worth 400 bucks in 2021. That's a lot of money. At the same time, I still haven't received my Audeze pen rolls yet. That headset is $100 cheaper than this one, and I've heard a ton of good stuff about it, but I don't have it to review for you guys. So once I get that, we'll do a full review on that headset as well. Getting into what comes in the box, you have more than you'll ever need in terms of gear: the headset, detachable microphone, both USB Type-C and USB Type-A cables, a ton of booklets covering a wide variety of features, and a case to throw this in when you're on the go. For its look, you have a plastic build with a smooth closed back over ear design. The headband is also made out of plastic, but seems durable enough to last based on my experience in the past with headbands like this. It is somewhat bulky overall, so not exactly something you'd want to walk around with in public when using Bluetooth, but still somewhat possible if you had to. On the left ear cup, you have your power button, which also doubles as your button for pairing with Bluetooth when you press and hold it. You can double tap to enable pairing as well. You have your mute switch for your microphone, 2 dials for audio and mic volume, as well as changing EQ presets and skipping tracks. You then also have your 3D button to enable and disable your surround sound. The design works well for its purpose, and typically I'm not one who favors a ton of buttons on a headset, but this one's lineup didn't seem to bother me as much. The headset comes in at just under £1 for its weight, and they are rather comfortable once you wear them for a while. In my use with my big head, I noticed they were a bit tight when I first started using them. The padding feels nice and plush, and you have a decent amount of room in terms of how spacious the ear cups feel. The feeling of how tight the headset wears on you does loosen up the longer you wear them, but initially you definitely feel that clamping force once you put them on for the first time. I did test them out in a wide variety of settings and also noticed that because of those leather pads for ear cups and that tighter fit, they do tend to get warmer than most headsets I've used, producing sweat in those longer gaming sessions. Something to look out for if you're one of those gamers who tries to avoid those scenarios. The plastic build is made of a material that does feel dense, so I wouldn't be worried if I dropped these a few times, but in terms of overall build quality, I wouldn't exactly say that they have a premium feel to them. The headband and ear cups are rather flexible, so you have plenty of room to do what you need without really compromising your fit. I just feel like at this price point, I've seen better in terms of build quality. Now this headset is wireless, but it's not wireless when you're connecting it to your console. It's wireless when you connect it to a phone, a tablet, or a laptop. In terms of portability, it's not the best because it doesn't fold like these Sony WH-1000 XM4s or other headsets along those lines. At the same time, it is rather bulky. So don't purchase this headset solely based on using it for Bluetooth connectivity and being out in public and traveling with it, because at the same time it also doesn't have active noise cancellation either, so keep that in mind. Battery life isn't the best. It comes in with an average of around 10 hours depending on what you're using them for, and to add to all of this, they do take a lot longer to fully charge than most other gaming headsets out there, well over 3 hours. You do get Bluetooth 5.0 for pairing without multiple device support. Given these specs, I will say it was rather easy to connect to multiple different devices, which isn't exactly always easy with most Bluetooth gaming headsets out there. Getting into another bummer is that this headset is wired when gaming on console or PC, something I would never spend $400 on. For me at this point, I'd ask myself, why even go for this when you can pick up the HyperX Cloud Orbit S for $100 cheaper if you don't need that Bluetooth wireless capability? You don't have a dongle to connect it to your console, so what's the point? At the time, this may have been a somewhat decent design, but in 2021, it's going to be hard to stand out. Looking back 2 years ago, you had the SteelSeries Arctis wireless that gave you actual wireless gaming capabilities with fantastic sound for almost $100 cheaper. But let's not bury this headset before it's dead. In terms of sound, this is as good as it gets for a gaming headset. The bass is insane, the mids and highs sound fantastic. In terms of sound quality, just like the Cloud Orbit S, this thing is a beast thanks to its 100mm planar magnetic drivers. The software experience is the same as the Cloud Orbit S. You can switch between 7 different sound profiles depending on whether you're trying to hear footsteps better in games like Call of Duty or hear your engine roaring if you're playing racing games. You have your 3D head tracking technology to go with any particular ambient room settings you might need that are easily adjusted with the sliders. I mean, it's all there. Audio and software checks all of the boxes for me. It doesn't obviously have any RGB, so nothing like that in the software, and it also doesn't have side tone options, which some gamers must have. Overall, the headset has a ton of features. A ton of features. I mean, there is no doubts about it. This headset is definitely somewhat of a premium headset. It feels somewhat premium, even though it's still plastic. Now, aside from the features, let's see how the microphone quality sounds. Currently, I'm talking to you guys on the Rode NT1 Studio microphone. It's a much more expensive XLR microphone that does require a USB interface. We are up here in a soundproof room. For those of you guys that are new here, this is where I like testing all the microphones on the headsets, USB microphones, and so on. So I'm talking to you guys on the Rode NT1. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Audeze Mobius microphone so you guys can see what that one sounds like in comparison. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Mobius gaming headset. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe, and only if you end up liking this video, please make sure you smash that like button for me. Now let's go ahead and compare the microphone quality on this headset versus the Corsair Virtuoso. For those of you guys that don't know, that headset has the best microphone out of any gaming headset that I've ever tested, and we'll also compare it to the HyperX Cloud 2 wireless. So let's go ahead and do that now. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Mobius gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair Virtuoso gaming headset. This is what the microphone quality sounds like on the HyperX Cloud 2 wireless gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Audeze Mobius gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the Corsair Virtuoso gaming headset. Once again, this is what the microphone quality sounds like on the HyperX Cloud 2 wireless gaming headset. That's what it sounds like, and in my opinion, it sounds pretty decent. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Which microphone out of these headsets do you think sounds the best? For those of you that are new to the Audeze software, you guys can see here you have a ton of customization. I mean, it literally has pretty much everything you need. It's got a separate profile here for the Penrose, so once we get that headset, we'll definitely go ahead and do that review. We'll have it set here for the Mobius. You can do firmware updates here. You got some device info here for all the functionality that it has. You got your battery power here on the side, which, really quick, I know I mentioned it, but if you plug this in as a wired headset, you still have to have the battery charged, which kind of sucks. But I think I'll let it pass based on the pure amount of functionality that this headset has. I guess it kind of needs it, so keep that in mind. For sound profiles, you have flat, default, footsteps. So for those of you guys that love playing Warzone, this is a great option for you guys. Ballistics, music, racing, RPG, warm. Personalization, you can see as I move my head here, the software is picking up my head movements. This is primarily for the 3D audio and the head gestures, but you guys can see here how much roll you get, pitch. You can personalize this with your head circumference, I mean, your oral arc, room ambience. On the right side here, you can go ahead and turn on the 3D audio, turn it off. You could center and recalibrate the headset. For your mode, you have the 7.1 channel surround sound. You can turn that on. You can mess between this and the high-res audio. Here you have your microphone. Actually, let's go ahead and bump that up a little bit. You guys can see as I bump it up, it sounds a little bit louder. Now, another thing to note is that the USB Type-C cable that you get with this headset isn't really long enough. It's kind of short, which sucks. I'm using one of my longer cables here to record this video. Keep that in mind. I mean, there's a ton of great stuff with this headset. There's a lot of thought that went into creating this headset, but there also is a ton of other stuff that definitely needs to be worked on, which hopefully is a lot of stuff that they fixed with the Audeze Penrose. I'm super geeked. I should have that headset here in the next couple days. I will keep you posted on that. Another test I love doing for you guys up here in the game room is to see how much keyboard clicking the microphone on these headsets actually picks up. So we're about 1.5 feet away from the keyboard. It's picking up the keyboard clicks. They're slightly faint, not as bad. They do tend to get louder when I start talking because that's when the noise gate opens up in my OBS studio. Now, another key feature that I did want to cover for you guys is noise isolation. With this headset, it's not the best. It's super similar to the SteelSeries Arctis Pro Wireless. You can hear yourself talking, you can hear what's going on around you. It doesn't have active noise cancellation, so keep that in mind. Aside from that, the Audeze software, you have a ton of functionality as you guys saw. Set it up for footsteps if you guys are planning on using this headset for Warzone and games like that, Call of Duty. Footsteps I feel like is the best sound profile. You can play with it. Everyone's got their own play style. You have a ton of options in there. Just set it to whatever you feel is necessary. Aside from that, whether you guys are streaming, talking to friends in Discord, party chat, game chat, whatever it is, that's what the microphone quality actually sounds like, and that's how much keyboard clicking this headset actually picks up. Look, yes, the sound quality is as good as it gets for a gaming headset, but it's 2021. You have a ton of options out here. I wouldn't spend $400 on this guy when I can literally almost buy the Corsair Virtuoso and the Sony WH-1000 XM4s for the same price as this headset. Mind you, these are both wireless as well, and the Virtuoso is a wireless gaming headset with better battery life, a better microphone, RGB lighting. I mean, I would definitely spend $160 on that headset, then spend the $240 elsewhere in my setup, or on another set of premium headsets like the Sony WH-1000 XM4s. Then I'd have a headset to take with me when I'm traveling on the go that looks amazing, and I'd also have an awesome gaming headset when I'm at home. Hopefully when the Audeze Penrose shows up, that'll change my mind, but it's been months and it still hasn't showed up. I don't know what's going on. It's kind of frustrating. Either way, links will be down below for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure you smash that like button for me and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next episode. Peace.